Brought to you by Overtime Sports Network. What's going on, everybody? Nathan Fowler here. Today we're going to do back day supersets. When you say back day, I think of rows. And with the situation that we're in with this quarantine, we're very limited with the equipment that we have. So if you have dumbbells or if you have a resistance band, you're really going to enjoy this workout. Now we're going to do 3 different supersets. Each one's going to be different hand placement. So we're going to hit those back muscles, our biceps and our forearms a little bit differently. The first one we're going to start out with is a pronated grip, which is palms down. So we're going to do pronated rows, and then we're going to follow that up with pronated reverse flies. We're going to do 15 reps each. Again, try to keep the rest in between each movement very short. If you need to rest, try to take a maximum of 30 seconds. We want to really try to keep that blood flowing into that muscle. Now again, when we're rowing, just like with the deadlifts, we want to try to keep our shoulders back, our chest up. You want to try to show off your label. So as you can see, I have the nice big rock bull on my shirt. So when I keep my good position, we're here. We don't want to be hunched over. This is very bad for our back. So keep your shoulders back, keep your shoulders pinched if you can. Really helps you puff your chest up. We're going to be bent at the hips, knees slightly bent, arms out in front, again palms down. We're going to pull to about just above our belly button, around our chest. If you want, you can pull to about your waist. Keep those elbows in, nice and close. Whenever you're pulling in, you want to make sure that you're pinching your shoulder blades. So again, we're going from a pronated row to a pronated reverse fly. So with the reverse flies, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to reverse fly with heavy dumbbells like you would with your rows. So I need to go a little bit lighter for my reverse flies. So again, our palms are down, keep that same position that we did with our row. Try to keep our arms as straight as possible. So we hit both exercises, 15 reps each. We're going to rest for about a minute, and we're going to hit that exercise again. Now the second superset is going to be neutral grip, which we're pretty familiar with if you're ever hitting rows at the gym. These are going to be our palms facing each other. So again, keep that same form, palms facing each other, and we're going to keep our elbows in. We're going to pull about the same place. You can go anywhere from just below the chest, belly button, or hit your waist. Each one of those options is going to give you kind of a different feel on where you're going to hit your back muscles. The lower you go, the lower you're going to hit on your lats, which is right underneath your armpits there. That'll give you that nice V taper if you want to look like you have a skinnier waist, bigger upper body. So again, palms facing each other. We're going to do neutral rows, and then we're going to follow that up with neutral grip reverse flies. So with the neutral grip reverse flies, you might feel a little more in the lower traps or in your traps, you know, the muscle around your neck. Makes you look like Brock Lesnar. But with the pronated flies, you should have felt that a little bit more in the back of your shoulder. So this one's going to hit your back muscles again a little bit differently. So again, you should feel this a little bit more in your traps with the reverse flies. So now the third and final superset is now supinated. Our palms are up now. This one you're going to feel a little bit more in your bicep. But again, it's going to hit your back muscles a little bit differently. You feel the movements a little more in your lats. So we're going to do supinated rows. Our palms are up. It's a little awkward, especially if you're like me and my forearms or my wrists aren't very flexible. My biceps aren't very flexible. So I can't keep my palms all the way up when I row, but that's okay as long as you are trying your best to try to keep your palms facing out. You're gonna get the job done. So we're gonna do supinated rows, then we're gonna follow it up with a supinated reverse fly. So obviously it's kind of hard to kind of reverse fly this way. I like to go kind of straight back. So we're gonna hit the same muscles, but we are gonna hit our lats a little bit more. Don't really have like a correct term for it. I just have it called a supinated fly or low row, or it's kind of, I don't really have a term for it, so we'll just call it a supinated fly. But again, the motion is going to be palms facing out, and we're kind of swinging backwards more than, you know, going laterally. So 15 reps each, and then we're going to rest. So after we finish those 3 supersets, you can go through 1 set of each if you're pretty new to kind of doing supersets. But the goal is to try to hit 2. If you feel like you can hit a third one of each one, go right on ahead. You know, I'm not going to stop you. The more reps you do, the more pumped you're going to feel, and it's going to help with some more growth. So after those 3 supersets, we have 1 more finisher. We're going to use a band. If you have anywhere to tie the band off, tie it off. If you can do like a high, something high up, like a pull-up bar or anything that you can tie the band off with at a higher height, go ahead and use that. If not, if you're like me and you don't have anywhere to kind of tie off at a higher point than your head, you can set up some dumbbells on the floor, put the band underneath, and use it that way. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a band finisher. We're going to kind of do an inverted lat pull down. You can do pull-ups. You can do this variation with pull-ups if you'd like. But most of us can't get 15 reps. If you're like me, big guys, can't really do more than 15 reps of pull-ups and do it and do, you know, more pull-ups. So to really kind of do this exercise, I would probably suggest doing a band. So we're going to do kind of an inverted band lat pull down. So you're gonna be reaching above your head and you're gonna be pulling down. So whatever strength band you need to use, go ahead and use it. If you need to use 2 bands to get a little more of a challenge, again, go right on ahead. I'm going to use 1 blue band. I'm going to go through the exercises. So we're going to follow the same kind of scheme we were doing today. We're going to do pronated pull down. So we're going to go wide, palm down pull downs. Then we're going to go right into neutral grip. It's going to be about shoulder width. And then we're going to do supinated. So we're going to kind of keep that same width, shoulder width, with our palms facing us and pulling in. And then we're going to finish it all off with 15 reps of a pullover. So with the inverted pull down, we're going to be kind of in a bent over row position, but again, we need our hands reached above our head. So when we're here, we're going to bend at the hip and we're going to have our hands above our head and we're going to be pulling in. So it's going to kind of, like I said, look like a lat pull down. So if bending over and staying bent over hurts your lower back, you can modify this to just a regular standing row. Just make sure that we follow the hand placements, still the same. Wide rows, go neutral grip, and then underhand grip. So you can do those as well. And you might be able to you can still kind of do the pull down. You just got to bend a little bit and you're gonna just push back. You just don't have that much range of motion. So again, we're gonna do 4 movements. Palms down, pronated, pull down. Try to keep it as wide as you can, as much as it feels comfortable. Then we're gonna do neutral grip. It's gonna be shoulder width. And then we're gonna do supinated, palms facing us, 15 reps. And then we're gonna finish it all off with a pullover, 15 reps. So we're gonna do a total of 60 reps in as short amount of time as you can. Again, if you need to rest in between, go ahead, but try to keep it under 30 seconds and then go through all of those. Let's get to it. So there's my big back day supersets, followed by a inverted lat pull down band finisher. Let me know how you like it. Again, some small cues. Every time we do rows or anything that we're bent over at the hip, we have to make sure that our shoulders are back so our chest is puffed up. We're showing our logo. It'll help you in the long run keep good posture and not hurt your lower back and strengthen your core. And if we can keep that up, then Obviously, we're going to have a better back, lower back, less low back pain when we lift, and a stronger core. So hopefully you like it. Again, try to get 2 sets of each superset if you can. 3 is excellent. 1 is just as fine. If you're new to working out, start out with just 1. If you feel like you need a little bit more of a challenge, do 2, 3, 4, and you can just keep going. 2 is pretty ideal for me. I try to keep the rows with a heavy dumbbell, the flies with the lighter dumbbell. It's a little bit harder to try to fly 30 pounds. But again, 2 is pretty ideal for me. Some days I only want to do 1. Some days I feel like I could do 3. So just depending on how you feel, get as many sets in as you can. And then follow it up with that band finisher. Hopefully you get a nice, pump feeling in your lats, and you're out of breath just like I am right now. So hit all those, rest very minimally. Again, 30 seconds in between each superset if you have to. Rest for about a minute before hitting the second superset or moving on to the next superset. Let me know how you like this. Like and subscribe to my page. Leave in the comments if there's anything that you would like to see. And yeah, just keep watching my videos, and let's get stronger together.